It's Nollywood Movie Review. Yours truly, Tosi Ankitoku, back with another episode of the program. Thank you so much for joining us. Before I go any further, please remember to turn on your notification button. That way you get the up-to-date videos as we upload them onto our YouTube channel. Also remember to subscribe to the channel, and please remember to like our YouTube video if you enjoyed watching it or if you found the information useful. Now, to the movie I have for you today, Just One Blood. This movie is fantastic. It was directed by Toplis. It stars Chioma Toplis, it stars Zack, Orji, and it stars Mofe, Duncan. I'm going to stop for a minute and have you watch a clip of this movie.
What the hell is going on? Mum is fuming.
Agnes, please.
What is the meaning of this?
You were not the target.
I need dirt, real dirt on this family.
We need to protect ourselves from these leeches.
Immigrants are no less human, Mum. Now you've received one of the highest national honours from the Queen, the OBE. How does that make you feel?
I had opportunities. That's what I'm trying to give to others.
You surely don't deserve that award. African farmer.
White fools. Always carrying about with your superiority complex.
It's been a trail of broken hearts.
The notion that the slave trade is over is a lie. Why are you feeling the edge of that African nonsense?
Just jealous that an African man has found the success that eluded you for so long.
This movie, first of all, strikes me as such a beautiful story. The location of this movie was beautiful. It was shot in Norfolk, in England, and you know what? They nailed it because it worked well with the theme. Mofe Duncan was so good in this movie. He delivered sterling performance. I'm sure you guys remember Ovi's voice and how he performed in that movie. No, Just One Blood was just as good. Going to the story, the gist of this movie. Okay, Zack Orji was so good. He played the role of a wealthy farmer who was dealing with so many issues, mainly racial discrimination. And the movie kind of looked at how, he dealt with all the difficulties in terms of dealing with his employees, dealing with the community issues in terms of him being black, his profession, and in terms of, family difficulties, dealing with certain bias that was kind of evident in certain individuals in terms of him being a black person and being a successful black person for that matter. Because usually in movies, the way they portray the black person, sometimes it's not in a positive way. But I like the way that this movie projected that, we can have a black person that is quite wealthy, that is quite rich, and, knows his trade and knows what he's doing. Yes, so I like the way they dealt with the issue of interracial relationships, interracial marriages. I love it. I love the way they kind of tackled it in this movie. Zack Orji and his wife had to deal with those issues in terms of their son deciding to marry a white person. So I just love this movie, the way it kind of dealt with those issues. And at the end, there was a very nice finish to it. We kind of were satisfied with the way the film concluded, and that really worked well. That worked well. Now, going on to the director, Toplis. I mean, if you hear Teko Benson, that gets your attention for any movie, right? He directed Mission to Nowhere and Two Brides and a Baby. I don't know if you've seen those movies. Fantastic movies. Teko Benson is a world class. They had English actors and they had Black African actors, and they worked well together. And that actually really worked well with the theme. You know, we got the message and we could see where they were taking us in terms of the storyline. Now, in terms of the producer, this movie was produced by Timmy McNichol, who's actually an actress. I remember she kind of acted a brief role in Jennifer. You know, she was one of the goons for Eniola Badmus. Now, in this movie, she acted another role. She was actually the drug addict, and she tried to pull it off, and she tried to bring her own interpretation into that role. So yeah, I think you know, in terms of the overall storyline, which kind of looked at so many aspects of life. How do you deal with drug addiction if that happens in a family? What do you do to solve that issue? I love the way they brought those real life issues into this movie, because you know what? Those are the issues that we're dealing with right now. This movie is not just about relationships. It's not just about romance and drama. There was action, there was suspense, and there was actually issues such as domestic violence, which was really, really well played. There was a scene that kind of depicted domestic abuse, and that was really, really good. I love the angles they brought in terms of domestic violence and the impact and effect it can have on a family. No, lovely, lovely, lovely storyline. They brought so many angles into this movie. You have to leave thinking about something. You have to take something away. This movie is suitable for all. I mean, if you're going to the cinema, you could go with your partner, you could go with your children, you could go with your mom, you could go with members of your family. So anyone that watches this movie can actually take something away. That's fantastic, right? I mean, I don't know how they pull that off. That credit has to go to the director in terms of how he kind of, you know, told his story and where he wanted the audience to go with him in terms of interpretation of that story. Now, I'm sure you guys are asking yourselves, how can I watch this film? Where is it showing? Calm down. I have the information ready for you guys today. Normally, I'm always saying like, okay, I'll bring you the information. I'll let you know. Stay tuned to my channel, but I have it today. So whilst this YouTube video is being played, you can actually see the information on the screen where you can get your ticket. This movie is going to be showing for one day only on the 18th of May at the Odeon Cinema in Greenwich. Make sure you get your ticket. That's the only day they're showing it. That's what I've been told by the producer. You need to get your tickets because the tickets are selling fast for this movie. Now, I have another information hot off the press. If you're going to be attending on the 18th of May, that's the premiere of the movie. And guess who's attending? Bolanle Ninolowo, I mean, Mr. Hot Looks. Who doesn't want to see Bolanle Ninolowo? We're going to have Zack Orji. We're going to have the producer. We're going to have the director, Teko Benson, attending as well. It promises to be a star-studded evening. And not forgetting Mofe, Duncan, and Chioma Toplis. A perfect evening to go out for a movie with friends, with family. You're not going to regret doing this. Trust me. Yes! That's it. It's the end of another episode. I know you're thinking, oh, I wanted it to go on for a bit longer. I know, but I just needed to bring this information to you, hot off the press. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've got all the information on the screen in terms of our social media contacts. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to keep in touch. And whatever you do with yourselves this week, please look after yourself and stay safe.